The iPhone X was a huge gamble from Apple, but one that really paid off. Losing the home button and altering the design was a dangerous move, but one that was sorely needed after years of similarity and the premium design. Extra power. All screen front mixed together to create, by far, the best iPhone Apple's ever made. It's impossible to give a perfect score to something that costs this much, but this is the closest to smartphone perfection Apple has ever got. The iPhone X is the huge leap forward that Apple's handsets needed. Aside from the original iPhone in 2007, this new iPhone is set to have the biggest impact on Apple's smartphone direction ever. The iPhone X itself is calling it the future of the smartphone, the embodiment of what it's been trying to achieve for a decade. But while the iPhone X is all about premium parts and an all-new experience, it's a huge gamble for the Cupertino brand too, as it tries to reclaim some leadership in smartphone innovation. Losing key, reliable elements like the Touch ID fingerprint scanner, the iPhone X has the home button, introducing new methods of navigating and unlocking the phone, and charging a lot more for the privilege, seems risky for a company that was already treading new ground by doing away with the traditional headphone jack last year. But the iPhone X is the handset we've been demanding from Apple for years, a world away from the increasingly tired designs that those who just want a new iPhone have had to make do with. The fervor around this phone tells that story. Everyone wants to know if the new iPhone X is worth having, partly because it actually represents a new iPhone, and that fervor is such that they don't seem to care about the cost. So, is the iPhone X worth having? Will it change the direction of an industry where many of the specs Apple has put in, wireless charging, bezel-less displays and face recognition, are already on the market? Can Apple put all this together in the way that just works, and create the greatest iPhone of all time? The first thing you'll notice about the new iPhone X iPhone is hard to miss: the new screen blazes into your eyes the second you pick up the handset. The 5.8-inch OLED display is, quite simply, the best thing Apple has ever crammed into an iPhone. It sleeps ahead of the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus for so many reasons: the sharpness, the quality, the fact that it fills the whole front of the phone, and the color reproduction. It's also using a new, longer, screen, but while it looks larger than the iPhone 8 Plus 5.5-inch display on paper, it's only marginally bigger in terms of actual screen real estate. It's just stretched upwards.